na apapa at the bank assertive for Andrew and Dr. Kesu at Forsons. I did the national budget editor Diana Ghana for Nyabri. I ready pa it's from the trend about the section of taxes. Now it's here for both NDC and Kuni MP and some tea assembly or atomium, especially a betting tax it's here for air cost and I think a levinos assembly for air cost. Number say air Ghana for tea assembly for Tuama atomium kakra. Now it's for a brand Dr. Kesu at Forsons Ebeka sign or collecting a emission tax where ye if you want it's for any assembly. But first of all, there was nothing like a emission tax via an internet for case no airport adoma training na chidom for so able to go na dey back one Dr. Kesu at Forsons kafa early e-levy so ama a deliberate answer bia concerning e-levy as so na native no person or the data Ghana for say NDC amanikunu if you want it was na lawyer Paul adom otro so any abre some Dr. Kesu at Forsons editu na asem ketua. Now, I say we couldn't see some okaye, and I feel some of Sanso Kafa 11.
It was not paid together with other things, all the other non-life insurance. You are saying that you're going to impose tax on the non-life insurance, excluding the motor vehicle. But we are saying that, Mr. Minister, there is no VAT as we speak on motor vehicle insurance. So what are you seeking to abolish? That is also another lie that he put out. Then the next thing that has generated controversy is the 10% withholding tax on lotto winnings. You see, Paul, the Income Tax Amendment Act 2023, Act 1096. Okay, the Income Tax Amendment Act 2023, Act 1096 comes with some taxes. In there, we have some taxes that are under the Gaming Commission, and we have another that is under the Ministry of Finance. So we have the betting tax, which is the 10% betting tax, sport betting tax. And then we have the 20% gross gaming tax on gross gaming revenue. And then we have the 10% withholding tax on lotto winnings under the National Lottery Authority. The confusion that Forsons created in the budget, either deliberate or he did that unwittingly. If it was deliberate, and I'll come to show you why I think it is deliberate. You know, naturally, Forsons has never been in support of the scrapping of the betting tax. He calls it a sin tax, and so we must put it in. He comes to Parliament to read the budget and say, Mr. Speaker, we will abolish the 10% withholding tax on lotto winnings into brackets betting tax. You are talking about two different things in one sentence. Which of them does he technically mean to abolish? Is he suggesting as the Minister for Finance that he doesn't know that there's a difference between the 10% withholding tax on lotto winnings and the 10% sport betting tax? Is that the case? Is the minister saying he doesn't know the difference?
Are there different taxes?
There are two different taxes. There are two different tax handles.
Passed by Parliament separately or the same time? Or
under one act, but two different lines. So there's a 10% withholding tax on lotto winnings. That is there. And there's a 10% betting tax. The 10% betting tax is what we all know.
As sports betting.
MPP said, Baumia said, we will scrap that. Mahama also said they will scrap.
Yes.
So we were all thinking that if the minister was going to abolish the betting tax, he will be explicit
on it
in saying that we will abolish the 10% sport betting tax. He didn't say that. He went to lay emphasis on the 10% withholding tax on lotto winnings, which is different from the betting tax, and then he puts into bracket betting tax. So he creates a confusion.
No, so the 10% on lotto earnings, has that been implemented?
Never at all.
Oh, that's confusing.
That is never implemented. But that is what the minister stresses.
No, but we don't understand that.
We don't get it. Exactly. It is like saying something and you put another in inverted commas. The one in inverted commas is not what you mean. Is that not the case? So he says that we will abolish the 10% withholding tax on lotto winnings, which has never been implemented at all. Then he says into brackets betting tax. Which one?
So he's suggesting to the general public and to Parliament that reference to lottery, 10% of lottery winning is the same as reference to betting tax.
That is why he's saying.
That's what he's suggesting.
That is not the case.
That's false.
That is false. That is why today when I raised it on Joy, the lady was saying that Joy FM even agreed with me.
Yeah, they did a fast check and said you were right.
The two are not the same.
So that the 10% on lottery has not been implemented.
Never at all.
So there's no point abolishing it.
There's no point. So
it doesn't exist.
That is why Dr. Amin was saying that, look, if what you mean by betting tax is the 10% withholding tax on lotto winners,
then we have
never implemented that at all.
But if you mean the sports bet,
then
that we have implemented.
We agree with you.
And you can come to Parliament and change it.
That is the point.
But he doesn't seem to be talking about that.
No.
Could it be sort of an error?
He's trying to be smart. And the reason why I say he's trying to be smart is that all the taxes he's seeking to abolish, he mentioned about 10 acts or so that he's coming to Parliament with to seek amendments. All the taxes he seeks to abolish found themselves within those 10 acts he's bringing to Parliament to abolish. The act that gave birth to the 10% sport betting tax is the Income Tax Amendment Act 2023, Act 1096. He never mentioned that.
He didn't bring that up for amendment.
He didn't bring that for amendment. So if indeed he means to abolish the 10% sport betting tax, why is he not going to Parliament with the act that gives birth to that tax to amend that? Because he mentioned them, he gave a chronology of them, 10 of them. He mentioned 1, 2, 3, up to 10, Mr. Speaker. These are the bills or the acts I'm bringing to Parliament to seek amendment to cause me to impose this tax or abolish this tax. Of the 10 amendments he's seeking to submit to Parliament to seek amendments for the abolition of the taxes, the Income Tax Amendment Act that gave birth to the betting tax did not find itself there. So it raises a lot of questions. So we are all
when the young men after the Vox Pop by radio are jubilating on the street that betting tax is gone, they have to wait. So today as we speak, in all fairness, I want the betting tax to go quickly. Today as we speak, in the budget that was presented by the finance minister and the acts he is submitting to Parliament to seek amendment for the cancellation or scrapping of taxes, the sport betting tax is not part of it. It is not part of it. Nobody should deceive him or herself. Really interesting.
It can be an afterthought that tomorrow they will bring it. But as we speak, as per the budget that was presented by the finance minister today, the acts is presented to Parliament to seek amendments to scrap some taxes or impose some taxes. They don't include what will enable him to abolish the 10% sport betting tax. If it comes to Parliament tomorrow with it, so be fine. So be it. But as we speak, that is not included. But we all want that to go. And so we are drawing his attention that rather what he focused on, the 10% withholding tax on lotto winning, is not the same as the sport betting tax he seeks to abolish. As he told Parliament. And the 10% on lotto has not been implemented. Not at all. So it is better for him to clarify. Nobody begrudges him. It is better for him to clarify and come with that. Then on the taxes they have introduced, I've heard them say that, he had a smart way to make up for the revenue shortfalls. And the smart way he's going to do that is the tax refund account that he says is going to reduce from 6% to 4%. And I heard him say that is going to save the taxpayer some cost. Jesus Christ, that is never true. The tax refund act, what is it? Government says that every year, all the non-oil revenues I collect, I will